Hi everyone. So I'm going to be doing some jelly printing today, and before I get started I wanted to just tell you about a couple of things that I didn't mention before, or some new things I found to use for texture. I remember showing you this plastic mesh bag that I got from the grocery store. I think it had onions or oranges or something like that in it. And this one's cool. It looks like a fish net or something. So that one's a cool one to use, and I did show that before, but there's another one that I'm going to try using today. I bought some potatoes to make some soup with, and it came in another type of mesh bag, and it's little like squares, or not sure how you would describe that other than mesh. But anyway, the label was stuck on there, and it was kind of tearing apart this plastic, so I couldn't use this section of the bag. But I had another one here that I cut up to show you that you get this much out of, like that one little bag of potatoes, which is cool. So let me just hold it up so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just like little squares. But they're not perfect squares. Like these strands that are going through are kind of all at different, different little angles. So it's not like perfect. It's great for art. I know that's hard to see. Let me see if I can put something white underneath it. Maybe you can see it better. There we go. Now I've got glare from the light because this is a glossy sheet. Anyway, you get what I'm talking about. You can see it up here in this corner. And it's really, I think it might make a cool design. We're going to try and see. So I wanted to share that. And I was at a garage sale. Gosh, this was back in, I guess, October. It's been a while. And my neighborhood has a garage sale every year. And so my daughter and I will go around looking, and I go see if I can find any things I can use in my art. So I found this dish. And you guys remember last time I had found this dish at the grocery store and used this. It had made a cool pattern in my jelly printing. So when I went garage sailing, I was looking for dishes, and so I found this one. And I'm not sure if it's like an ashtray or what kind of a dish it is, but it's very heavy glass. But it has a really cool pattern on the bottom. And I thought that might look really cool used on the jelly plate. So I may use that today, see what it looks like. The lid on my laundry detergent, of course, it's a circle, which is good, but I noticed the other day that the top has a swirly, pinwheely sort of design on it. So I'm going to give that a try and see if that works on the jelly plate. Also, when I was garage sailing, found a brand new Jello mold. And I mean, it even had the tag hanging on it and everything. I just now took the tag off. But it has a really cool looking pattern. And so I thought, well, that might be fun. And like, this stuff is so cheap at yard sales or garage sales. So that's the best place to pick up things like that. So keep your eye out whenever you're out, looking at garage sale stuff. Okay, and then I purchased this stamp. It's a foam stamp, and it has all of these in one piece. So I thought that was kind of cool, and it has a little handle on the end too, which is neat to give you the grip. But I got this one, I believe, at Amazon. So anyway, if you're interested in that, that's where I got that. And then this little foam stamp I made, and I specifically wanted to show you guys this because a lot of you will probably have this little piece of foam in your house. This came off of a tower of CDs or DVDs. I think it was CDs. But this little ring is always on top to hold the CDs in place, and then you put that case cover over it and twist it. And this little piece is foam, just like your foam stamps. So I took it off and I glued it to a piece of cardboard. That's going to make a pretty cool little circle stamp. So I just wanted to pass that along so you guys can look and see if you have a CD tower with some stuff in it, with a foam ring in it. And be sure and check your junk mail. We get, you know, credit card offers all the time, and they have really sturdy stuff in them. And look at this long, look at this long fold out thing that they sent. And it's really heavy duty stuff, you know, like cardstock. And look at the back, it's almost all white. So I thought I might just do a little jelly printing on that. So keep your eye on that junk mail, because a lot of that can come in handy whenever you're starting to paint, you know, make some painted papers or do some jelly printing. So anyway, that's all that I had to talk to you about. And oh, one other thing, I did get a little round jelly plate for Christmas. My sister got this for me, and I haven't used it yet, so I may try that out today. My little circle jelly. This is the 4-inch circle, and look how clear it is compared to the one I've used and used and used. So funny. This one started out that way. But anyway, I may take that out and use it. And I think that's everything. I may use some bubble wrap again like I did before. And oh, I do have some texture things I may use. Here's another type of net type thing. This is a heavy plastic. I believe my friend Linda sent this to me in a package of Happy Mail. So I may use that one today because it's a little bit different from the other one. It's thicker. So that's going to be fun to use. And also have some little texture plates that my friend Nancy sent to me. I believe these are used in clay when you're making patterns in clay. So there's little tiny dots. There's bigger, can't see it, might be squares or circles. Let me get the glasses. Okay, this one is squares for sure. Okay, that's a bigger square. This is a smaller square. And then this one is lines, like rigidy lines. So, and then this one is the tiny circles. So I may use some of those today, see how those work. And if I didn't mention this before, I don't remember if I did or not, but if I didn't, it's a good idea sometimes when you have your jelly plate out to just take a sheet of these reinforcement labels and, you know, color them, because they're fun to use in your art, and they're more fun when they're painty, you know, and colored than they are when they're white. Okay, so that's it, and I'm going to get started, and I'll probably do this fast forward so that the video is not an hour long, and just play for a little while and you can watch what I'm doing. Hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Okay, so I finished with the jelly printing for now. And I apologize. I think that I lost a little bit of the footage from the very beginning when I started. My phone, something didn't work properly. So I think I lost just a little bit, but it wasn't a whole lot. But I wanted to show you what I had created and give you a look at that. This one has the that copper metallic paint on it, so it's kind of shiny. It looks kind of cool. But I like the way a lot of these turned out. I was really, really happy, and I've told you before I like using magazine pages because there's little images underneath that kind of come through, so that looks pretty cool. You know, just when you can see little bits of things under there. So I like that one. And I like this one a lot too. I did have an issue. I left the stencil on too long. And the magazine, the glossy, you know, surface of the magazine page stuck to the stencil, and so I had to pull it off. And so you can see a lot of it tore here. And what happened was it tore, you know, in all the areas where the stencil was solid. And I really like the way that it looks where it tore off the paper. It looks so grungy and cool looking. So I really like that one. And this one also has that metallic paint on it. You can see how it's shining. So I really like that. I mean, pieces of this could be collaged onto anything and look awesome. So I'm really, really pleased with that one too. I really love the colors in this one. And I love that triangle stencil. I am so enamored with that thing. I use it a lot, and it's because it leaves such a cool design either way. The negative and the positive of that stencil is really awesome. Hang on one second. I'm going to see if I can find out what kind it is, so if any of you need to know. Hold on. Be right back. All right. It is a Diane Reevely, one of the Dilution stencils. It's called Triangles. And they have it in two sizes, 9 by 12, and I think the other one is smaller, 5 by 8. But I love that stencil, and you'll see me using it a lot because I do love it. But I really like the colors on this one, how it came out. I'm really happy with that. And then this one with the circles is from Joggles, and I like it a lot too. And I loved how it turned out on using this yellow paper. And I had used black paint on the jelly plate, but there was some of the green that was still on the plate. So I love how that came up with it. Really, really cool. And this one has lots of layers on it. I just kept adding some different colors to see how I would like it. And I do like how it turned out. I'm going to add some white, I think, to this at some point with a stencil and just stencil in a white design, and I think that will look really cool. Okay, this one is the glossy pages that I used are labels. They're half sheet labels. And I thought it would be fun to do some printed designs and then punch them and then have stickers. So that'll be cool, just to have shapes with the painted design already on it. So that one turned out good. I love those colors. And this is the one that I used, the glass bowl that I just got recently. That was the first time I had used it, and I liked the way it left a white design in the color paint. I love it. And this is the way it looked when I stamped it off the bowl. So that was really fun. I really like this, and I want to try this on other colors and see how that works sometime too. That was really neat. Then this was the Jello mold, And I really like the Jello mold and the lid to my laundry detergent. So I really like how that one came out too. I love the white design in the pattern, in the paint. And there was also some yellow paint left on the jelly plate that you can see those little pinwheels are showing up in it too. So I like that one a lot. This was where I had stamped it off onto a piece of paper. And also the little pink dots from that little texture plate I had stamped on there. So I think that one turned out awesome too. Now these next ones are label sheets from my friend Linda. And I really like these. They all came out really good. And these are the little individual labels, address labels. Let's get one that's fully painted. Let's try this one. So see, that looks awesome. Get a white sheet here. Very cool, huh? Love that. So there'll be lots of random patterns going on when I pull the labels off to use them. So that's really cool. Love it. I love that dark blue in there. Really makes the other colors pop. I love that. This one also is a label sheet just like that one. Love the color combos on this one too. So those are going to look awesome when they're taken off too. Individual little individual strips of art. And this is the last one of those label sheets that I made. And it's pretty cool too. Lots of white on this one. And I'll probably do some doodling on some of these too, just to add. And this is that Dilution stencil again. And this page I had just rolled the brayer off, the blue and the purple. I had just rolled the brayer off to clean it. And I loved how the colors worked out on this one too. This was great. This was cleaning the brayer off again with yellow and red. Okay, and then on top of that, I used the negative of that leafy stencil, which, by the way, that leafy stencil is Kaiser Craft 12 by 12, and it's called Leaves. So that's what that one is. But I really, really love how that worked out. Just great. And I'll do some maybe white on that doodling and accentuate the leaves or something. That just really be fun. And this is another magazine page with just a lot of colors and different designs, just seeing what would work. I like it too. Same thing with this. This was cleaning the brayer off with the green. That green that you see on the background is cleaning off the brayer. And then also the purple lines are also cleaning off the brayer. Got some more of those here. Let me show you. So you see them in more of their plain state. Okay, so the background was where it was rolled off, and then the lines are made by just touching the brayer to the paper. Okay, so that leaves that geometric looking design. There's one there. Here's one here where I had white on the page, rolled off on the page, and then I used the green to make those lines, and then I used the black on top of that to make the lines. Okay, and this one was one that I had stenciled, cleaning off the stencil, the negative space. I had done the white, and then I did orange, and then I did green, and then I did black, where I was just touching the brayer to the paper. So you can use that brayer to make a lot of cool looking things. Now, when I get to where I want to doodle on this, it'll look something like this. Let me grab it. See, I'll take, on this one I took a little sponge dauber and just made dots on those lines and here and there on the page, and I used a couple of different colors. So those turn out to be really cool pieces, and it's just nothing but using the paint that's left on the brayer after you roll it on the jelly plate. So make sure that you make good use of that brayer. So that's what this is. The purple lines are the brayer. And then I did, you know, a couple more stencils. I did the green circle stencil, and then the bubble wrap with the white. And I also did the orange zigzags. That one. So that's a really cool one. And I really, really love the colors in this one. This one's probably one of my favorites because I just love the color of it. So the leafy stencils used there, that little stamp that I had is what I started with on this one, the stamp that had 4 different yellow foam stamp flowers on it. I used that, and then the leaves, and of course that triangle stencil I put just a little bit here and there of the bright lime green. So I love this one. Really pretty. I love the deep jewel tones. Okay, and then this one was just using the negative of the stencil, cleaning off what was on the stencil. That's what the purple is. And then I added some green triangles, and I'm not sure of that teal. I'm not sure what I used on to get that teal. Probably that leaf stencil again. But I love that too. Just beautiful color. And then this one turned out really cool. I had put several different layers on this one, and you know, it was okay, but I just knew it needed some black or some white, so I ended up doing both. And I love how that turned out. And I'd staggered that stencil on purpose so that it would, you know, so that you could see both of the colors and all. So I think that one turned out real fun. Love that. This one is cleaning off the brayer on the background. That's what those colors are. And then I did the black bubble wrap on top of that. So that needs a little bit more, some white, you know, to make it pop. A lot of these coming up are going to need a little bit more added to them to make them look really cool. Now this was another one of those glossy label sheets, and I left the stencil on too long and it tore when I removed it. And I knew that about the glossy stuff. That's the same thing with the magazine pages. Usually they're just too glossy, but this one is real glossy. So I knew better than to leave that on there, and I just forgot. I get so involved in what I'm doing with the jelly plate that I forget when I've laid the stencil over. And then I forget and leave it there. When I take it off, it tears. But I think it'll still be cool to use in collage and stuff. I still think it's beautiful. I love the colors in the background of this. So I'm still happy with it, even though it tore. And here's another one that was just a mishmash of colors and ended up with some white bubble wrap and some black bubble wrap, and yeah, it could just use some more layers. This will use more layers also. All of these coming up are just not finished. So that was that one. This one I was just adding a whole bunch of stuff to, just to clean off the stencil or clean off the jelly plate. Same thing with this one, just cleaning off stencils. And this one, of course, you probably saw it tore. Magazine pages are thin, and so they will, if you're not careful, they can tear when you're pulling them off the Gelli plate. But they'll look cool when they've got more stuff on them. This one was when I tried out that little bag from the potato bag that I had showed you at the beginning. So that's how that looks, and I like it. I mean, that's really going to be fun for texture for when you want a grungy look on something. So I'm glad I tried that out with the black, just so that it'd be real obvious what the lines look like. It's almost like burlap or something. I like it. Really cool. This was that one piece of junk mail that I had showed you that was so big, and I had a lot of paint on the Gelli plate at the time that I tried this. And this this piece is glossy, and so it made lots of real tiny, the red made lots of real tiny dendritic branching. I don't know if you can see it very well, but like right in here you can see some of that branching happening there. So that was kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that to happen. You can see it there too. So anyway, this is really interesting, and of course I've still got plenty to do on top of this one. So, and this one I was just cleaning stencils off of this over and over. Rolled off the brayer in white on here, rolled off the brayer here with the brown and yellow. This one I was just cleaning off the stencil, or several stencils. So that's, you know, like I said, these are all just the start of more pages. More of that brayer stuff going on here, and more brayer cleaning going on there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little session I had. I had a good time. It's been a while since I had the Gelli plate out. Whenever that last video I made was, that's how long it's been since I've had it out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. And I never did use my little round one, so I still need to do that at some point. And I will do it because I really want to use it. But I get so involved. I mean, I sat here for a couple of hours doing this yesterday. And I just don't want to quit once I get started. I just don't want to stop. So anyway, that's what I did. That's what I got. And we'll be back and see you again soon. So take care, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.